Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ask Amity show. Today, we want to talk about how a revocable living trust works and the three phases that a trust typically goes through. So, the first phase is where basically you are creating the trust, and the trust maker or the grantor is alive and well. So you've got your trust, you've made the trust, you're alive, you're well, you are also probably the trustee of your trust. So, you own your assets, you can choose to manage your assets however you are managing prior to having a trust. So nothing really changes. You still have ownership, you still have management control. You can choose to buy, sell these assets that are in the trust as if they were outside of the trust. You basically can go about business as usual with the assets that have been transferred and funded into the trust.
Yeah, and then the second phase is if and when you become incapacitated. And what does that mean? So usually that's when there are two physicians that declare and diagnose you, lacking certain capacity to manage your affairs. So usually with the trust, we will have language in there that in the event you do become incapacitated and can no longer manage your own affairs, then you have named a successor trustee who will, be somebody that you trust, and you've, named them and appointed them as a successor trustee. And this person will step in and help take over basically the management of the assets that you have funded into the trust. So this successor trustee then manages your finances and all the assets that you've placed in the trust.
So the third phase is when you pass, when the trust maker or the grantor has passed. So a revocable trust automatically becomes irrevocable when the trust maker dies, because the trust maker is no longer to make changes to the trust. The named successor trustee, the person that you have named, is now able to take office and step into that role. They can continue to pay any final bills or debts and taxes that the trust maker would have had to make. And then they would then basically marshal the assets, gather the assets, and settle the trust, distributing the remainder of the assets to the listed beneficiaries according to the instructions and the terms of the trust that the trust maker has stated. So those are the three phases of a trust, a revocable living trust. If you have any questions on how a revocable living trust works, what's involved, the different phases, the things that need to be done during the three phases, feel free to give us a call. We're Amity Law Group. We offer free consultations, and we'll be more than happy to speak to you.